That's pretty cool, man. So no wonder people subscribe to that.
Yeah,
So that's Prime, is it?
if you have Amazon Prime, you actually it's better than that. You don't have to pay for shipping if you have Amazon Prime.
And it's just 7 days a week. They get it out what 1 or 2 days, is it? Pretty
Yeah,
much, pretty much next day because you ordered on like Thursday night, so that counts as Friday ordering on Friday.
depends on the item
Business hours. Yeah.
because one cable I ordered came literally that day. Like one of them came on Friday.
Yeah, far out. Which one?
Uh, so I got a um fan splitter cable, and that one
Oh
came.
yeah, yeah.
And I got an RGB splitter cable,
Uh huh.
the 3-pin one, the special one. And then I also got the Molex 2 fan cable as well.
Yeah, nice.
But the one that came on Friday was the
Yeah, the splitter.
yeah, the splitter.
Yeah. So you have everything. Sorry, did you say you have the RGB splitter?
Yep.
Yeah, sick. So you have everything. So you have
Yeah, I'm good to
the
go.
CPU fan extender.
Yep. Which is a splitter
Because
as well.
did you did I don't know if I don't think I said this to you the other night, but did you know that you should plug the pump into the CPU fan header on the board?
No, you didn't say that. I was planning on putting it in the AIO one, but I'll put it in the CPU one.
What do you mean the AIO one? What's that one?
My motherboard has a specific header for an AIO pump as well.
Oh, well then yeah, use that.
So that's why I was thinking about that one.
For it. Yeah, yeah.
Because it was for a pump. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, the
this is
advice
also
I'm
a
giving,
pump.
I guess, if your motherboard doesn't have that, then do that. But if it does, then that's the best one, yeah, because it's designed for a pump.
Yeah, it's really interesting that it had that.
My motherboard was cool. It just has a CPU fan outlet up the top and one down the bottom. So it has two. So obviously when you put your pump in, I guess it's probably the same thing as yours, but with a different name. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely
it's
could be.
Yeah, it probably does the exact same thing. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, like you plug your pump in. Yeah, what's the point of plugging it in all the way up the top when your pump's pretty much always in the bottom of the PC?
Yeah. What's this? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. So my RGB cable came with male-to-male pins as well. Don't know why you'd ever need that, but cool. How do I get into this one? Now I'm just opening packages on stream. Pog.
Oh, are you streaming now?
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, sick. Hop on.
It's on my phone, so I kind of just hit live and then just kept talking. Hey Jack, how you doing, man? The only option was to buy a 3-pack of a Molex to 2 fan cables. So I have...
They're 4-pin?
They're 2-pin. They only come in 2-pin online. But they're 4-pin size.
Yeah, they're 4-pin size, so
they'll power it, right?
Yeah. The reason they're 2-pin is because Molex is like only power. It has no. That's it. That's all Molex can do is just completely power something.
And
it's
that's
an old school thing too.
Even if I had a 4-pin one, like an actually 4-pin one instead of a 2, and I plug it into the power supply, it's not going to change anything anyway because it's not being fed any information, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. But the only one to order for one cable or for a 2-pack, it was like $15-$18. For this 3-pack, it was like $11. And every Molex goes to 2 power cables for fans.
Did you get a SATA to 4-pin as well?
No.
Okay.
I don't
can I
need that.
buy one of those Can I grab one of those Molex things off you then?
One of my 3-pack.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll be able to spare one. Of course.
I mean, I'll take one as well. It's cool.
Nah, man. I need all 3.
You need to power 3 pumps separately at once.
No, 6 pumps. 6 pumps.
Oh,
Because
6
every
pumps.
Molex has 2.
It's 2. Yeah, that's funny.
It's so unnecessarily overkill. Alright, let me get set up. I've been at my nan's place with Dad all day because we're trying to fix their house so it stops flooding. Because during the bad rain, all their clothes and everything just got covered in mold, like inside the house, because there was so much water under the house.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, pretty crazy. It's starting to happen at my place too.
So we dug trenches all around the house, like around the edges underneath the house. And then we laid this plastic and fabric and stones and built this like drainage system.
Oh yeah.
We
That's pretty cool.
We need to go back tomorrow to finish it, but we did most of the hard stuff today. So I was covered in mud and exhausted. I got home, ate dinner, got changed, and here we are.
Yeah, nice, man.
So I'm coming in tired. So it
I worked today as well.
doesn't bode well. I hope I don't hope I'm not negligent in my tiredness. I don't want to break anything. And at some point I need to find the time to bloody like clean up in this room. I have so many packaging boxes everywhere. Random cooling like heat sinks all around the place. From the old stuff. Oh man. That's alright. It'll get better at some point. Probably after I do this, and then I can just get rid of stuff I don't need anymore. Oh, Lauren's calling out to me. I'll just be a second. I'll be back. Sorry, guys. Give me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry everyone.
All good, man. How's it going?
Going fine. Ruth was just having trouble getting to sleep. So I just had to help Lauren get her to sleep. I find a lot of nights around this time she's a bit more difficult, but tonight she was a bit extra. I think it's because our day was very different to normal.
Yeah.
Mate, this thing's way heavier than I'm used to. Bloody hell. It's only going to get worse.
What's heavy?
The PC.
Oh, yeah.
Only going to get worse.
Yeah, water blocks are heavy. And, like, pumps and water are heavy.
Yeah. I'm probably a bit weak
I've got
after
the pump,
today
the
as well.
reservoir. There's the amount of water.
Alright, glass panel is smashed and off.
Nice. What I want to hear.
Alright, what do I do, Joey? I need my power supply, that's what I need. Let's get that ready. So, I need to jump. What do I need to jump again? Do you remember what pins it is I need to jump, Joe?
Oh, yeah, 4 and 5.
4 and 5. I don't know what happened to the paperclip I did it with last time. So, I'm gonna make a new one. How do I tell 4 and 5 again?
Put the clip, like, the tab thing on the clip facing up.
Yeah.
And then, like, look at it. And then just count from the top.
Yeah.
Left to right.
4th and 5th
Just
from the top left. Yep.
Yeah, number 4 and 5, just paperclip them together. And then, obviously, like, turn off your power supply, have it unplugged when you do it. And then, plug it in. Turn it on with nothing plugged in. And you'll see the fan start spinning, like, straight away. Which is different to what, obviously, normally happens in your PC.
Yeah, I got it working with this power supply before, so it should work.
You've done it before?
Yeah, I did it when I was trying to test the
Oh, yes, yeah.
pump on the old AIO pump. I was testing that.
Jack's given you some handy tips for finding 4 and 5 as well. If you just want to check the chat.
Ah, yeah, thanks, Jack. Super helpful, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good on him, man. He's just helping you.
He's just one of the boys giving a hand, you know. So good. Thanks, Jack. Couldn't ever do it without you. Your tips before when we were trying to figure out what was wrong with the GPU AIO, so helpful, and you only continue to be more helpful. Like when we were trying to figure out how to pull apart the GPU, and you just sent me a link to a random website talking about how AIOs in GPUs are good. So good, man. That was so helpful. Awesome stuff. Let's see if I can get it on my face this stream. What do you guys reckon? Probably a good idea to have it on my face if I'm streaming. That would be my guess. But maybe you guys don't care. Maybe you just want to see the action. Action Jackson. I'm just watching my stream trying to level things, so I'm doing adjustments with incredible delay. Alright. Pump is there. Now I need one of these cables. And I need to find my Molex, and then the pump CPU cable is right there. I've got power to the pump now. So what's the process here, Joey? Talk me through it.
You tip the PC on its side if you're using the fill port. You're taking off that gun, ready to do that already.
Yep.
You undo the fill port, put a funnel on it, fill up the reservoir till it's like pretty full and the water's like filling up towards the top of the fill port. Just do it like pretty slow because it's deceiving how little water you need going into the pipe because they're like quite small inside. It's only 10 mil. So when you put it in the funnel, if you pour too much in the funnel, it starts to come back down the top of the funnel and like obviously all over your gear, which because you have no power in the PC isn't a problem at all, but it just means you might have to delay turning on the PC later because you know you've got water on the GPU or the motherboard or something. So just tip it pretty slow so it sort of just trickles in there. But you sort of, I've done it a few times, but I remember the first few times I just kept getting water like out the bottom funnel. It would just come back out because I was tipping it in too quick. But you find like that sweet spot after a few times. I don't know, you might have a different experience to me though, but we have similar dimension like tubing. And then yeah, each time you fill up the res, you just like put your liquid down and just flick the power supply switch and it'll pump all the water out of the res as soon as you see all the water go, and you, especially before you hear the pump start spinning without pumping any water, flick the power supply on and off, and it has like a couple of second like delay, so you really don't want that pump running for like more than a few seconds without any water, because obviously that's like heat that's generating a lot of heat without any lubrication of the liquid.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I did miss a bunch of that.
Oh, that's all good. I'll
Sorry,
say
man.
it all again anyways when you start.
Alright. So I have the fill port open.
Yeah.
And then
that's open the whole time. I mean,
you get my funnel. And we don't need to flush, right? I'm just gonna try putting the coolant in.
What is it, sorry?
We don't need to flush or anything, do we? I'm just gonna put the coolant in.
Not really. There's not really much point because, I mean, all I would say is if you're putting liquid in for the first time, maybe just change it after a month. But there's no point really chucking it out straight away if you've done everything pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how much do you reckon this loop... What do you reckon the capacity of this loop is?
Usually you only have about somewhere around half a litre actually in there, but even less. Depending on size of radiator, all that, it's usually somewhere around half a litre.
Okay, that's about what I have, so I'll have
Really?
to...
You don't have any extra?
Well, I have the distilled water.
Okay, just chuck some of that in, man.
Yeah.
Your cool's clear, yeah?
Yeah, I might just top it up with some distilled water if we have to.
Just top it up with distilled water. That's probably like 99% of that coolant is probably just distilled water.
Let's have a look. Does it tell us?
Yeah, probably not.
No, it just says contains propylene glycol, about 6%. So I wonder what the other, 94% is? Probably just water. Alright, so when I tip this in, you were saying I should only do a little bit at a time.
What is it, sorry?
As I tip this coolant in, I should do it slowly, like in little bits, yeah?
Pretty slow, yeah, because it's deceiving. Like, you think you can pour a fair bit in there, you're like, oh, it'll just go down and in the tube, but it, like, hits the end of the, like, little, because it's a tiny little, funnel, and then, like, starts to come back out the top, because there's just a lot going on there, yeah. You just want it to, like, nicely trickle through the thing into the, tube. I guess you don't want the funnel to be full, but, you know what I mean? You want it to always be, like, flowing straight through, I guess.
Alright, we're going.
Oh, I also forgot to say, paper towels, like, have them ready. Also, even just, cut a couple of paper towels.
Alright, I have some news. I have some news. The fill port does not work. As suspected.
What does? Oh, as in it just fills up the whole tube.
It fills up the tube and doesn't go into the reservoir. So as expected, it does not work.
Yeah. Cool. At least you only put a little bit in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I now need to remove the fill port.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty much just going to tip the PC back up and just use it to fill it. Like we already discussed that, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have paper towels like ready?
Yeah, I have a whole roll.
Yeah, sick. Just get a few and just put them around when you tip the PC back on its like bottom, because that's what you're going to do soon. Just put a bunch of paper towels in the bottom. They're just ready to catch like any little drops in that. It's just so you can like see what's actually happening, I guess. If you drop anything, you know it. You know where it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the cap back on the fill port for now as well.
Yeah.
Because liquid shouldn't come out of the fill port, right? It should be.
No, not at all.
It should be sealed.
Stay full pressure. Yeah.
All right, let's test that quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean that'll test if your fittings work.
That works.
You put it up or down.
Yeah. All right.
All good. Yeah.
Now I need to carefully take this power supply back off the table. Alright. Now we're going to carefully lift this bad boy up. Oh. And now we're going to go with plan B, where I hold the fill port up high, allowing it to run into the reservoir. And that is working. Alright, plan B. But that's good. We had a plan B, so we were ready for this. I need some paper towel immediately because there's a bunch of liquid around the cap. Alright. So, now I've got my fill port held up in the air, away from the computer. And we're going to start filling it like this.
Yeah, so did that all go in the reservoir now?
Yeah. As soon as I lifted it up, it all just flowed down.
Yeah. It's a bit excessive in length, but I mean, it's already cut, so whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, so your fill port would work if we got a 90-degree fitting. It would, I'm pretty sure, because if the piece, I just can picture it, if the PC was on its side, basically it would all go straight into the reservoir with the 90-degree fitting. But, or we could do that, at least it, like, we know it can still work.
So, am I pouring until the reservoir's full?
Yeah, pretty much, until it's, even halfway up the tube, if you can hold the tube up and touch your power supply switch on and off, it's better to have more.
Okay.
Or, actually, because of the way you're doing it, maybe not. You should probably just get used to only filling the reservoir, because you're going to remove that fill port. Obviously, you don't want to do the last fill and have a tube full of liquid that you have to then tip out somewhere. So, yeah, only fill up the res near the top each time. And then you'll know when it's going to be the last fill, because you'll see that the water is pumping through the radiator, through the CPU, GPU, and back in, and your res isn't full, and you want to be like, okay, but it's circling through the whole system.
Okay.
And you just fill the res.
So I have the res filled.
Yeah.
Now.
So now just flick the power supply on for a bit and just flick it back off. Don't even try and empty the res, because like I said before, then this pump starts spinning without any liquid going through it,
What's a
which is
bit?
bad for the pump.
What's a bit? Are you talking like seconds?
Like 2 or 3 seconds, I guess.
Okay. Here we go.
Because I said there's a delay time between when you turn it off and when the power supply actually stops. It like discharges all the built-up electricity. They're weird things. Like, it's a good second that it runs after you switch it off.
Okay, that worked.
Yeah, it's pumping it through the system.
Yeah,
So
I'm at about.
Just flick it again. Yeah.
I'm at about half res.
Yeah, flick. Just do another flick. That was just a test to see what your power supply does. Yeah.
And now we're about less than a quarter of the res.
Yeah.
So I should refill now?
Yeah, you may as well. You're playing it safe because obviously you don't want to do damage to your pump. But
I'm also kind of waiting to see that all my fittings are working properly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep a close eye on everything. Yeah, that's right. You don't want to. You really don't want to see liquid come out of one of them because it's your first fill. Yeah, you really want to. Just keep it on and all.
The res filling sounds like Ruth snoring. Alright. So now I do the same thing again?
Yeah, that's it, man. So this time you can leave the power switch on for like twice the amount of time you did before because now you know how well it works. You pretty much just want to turn it on and turn it back off when it's close to the bottom because you're used to it more, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't want to flick it on and off every single time. It's just a waste of time.
Okay, so it's stabilized at about half.
Oh yeah, and it's running, is it?
Yeah, I didn't turn it off.
Yeah, cool. So now that means that's already going to be your last fill, your third one.
Yeah.
It's filled everything. It's filled the radiator. It's filled all the blocks. So now you just want to carefully fill it till it's just near the top or just past like that, like intersection between the clear and the black plastic on the res.
Yeah. Should I leave it running while I fill it?
Or screw the thumb screw on.
Should I leave it running when I fill it or turn it off?
It's up to you. You may as well leave it running because your system is upright.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually leave it running because you're just using time efficiently because the longer it runs, the more air bubbles come out and then the more liquid you can put in. And that last fill, I just put little bits in at a time, just keep an eye on it, and then leave it running for like 10, 20 minutes, even if you have the time. Let all those air bubbles come out before you put the thumb screw on. The more time, the better for a new loop. When I first filled mine, so many air bubbles. Yeah. You can see them all in there when you look under your GPU. So yeah, just leave it running, man. No leaks. You can't see any leaks in any of the fittings. It's good, man. It's all working. Cooling, man.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's full. I think we had enough coolant.
Yeah, that's it, man. So like I said, yeah, just let it run for a good, I don't know, everyone will say something different, but I'm pretty sure at least like 5 or 10 minutes, just lets it all settle. You can even tap the little parts in that, like try and get some of those air bubbles out. Because they can affect the performance if they're big enough.
Yeah, I might fill it a little bit more. Because now I can see it, it's kind of sitting underneath the thread under the black cap instead of up in the black cap.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Because and then you'll see, you even after tonight, or even after you let it sit, you'll come back in like a month after using your PC a lot, and the water will have dropped a lot. All the air comes to the top of the res, which is good. You just top it up. And then like after, I think because you've got a new system, you probably want to do like a month or something and refill it.
Yeah.
Tip it all out and then refill it. And then go like a year. Like people say like a year's fine. You